relationship with the Board of Ed. I've worked to build that relationship since I've been involved with HYAA. We have no problems with our field time, with our gym time, or anything. It is HYAA that came and said, we want these lights for these girls. It was not the Board of Ed. The Board of Ed isn't coming asking for the lights for the girls. We wanted it, and we know that's the place to put it so that we don't lose fields for baseball. And you guys blew it. Thank you.
John Martinez.
John Martinez, 3 The Summit. As a former board member and a HYA executive coach for almost 15 years, I can tell you there has never been an issue with the fields. In fact, I was chair of the $40 million referendum that just got passed. And in that, and in our discussions in buildings and grounds, it was always to consider HYA and, excuse me, and recreation, and the kids. So I understand your opinion, Doctor. I do. I can't speak to what happened 15 years before, but in my 15 years of coaching, as a commissioner, as an executive board, and on the board, HYA is considered a top priority. And by the way, I did the scheduling for the last 5 years for HYA and the board. Regarding all the additional things, everyone else has said it much better than I could possibly say. I respect all of you because you do volunteer your time. I know how that feels. But at the end of the day, this has to get resolved. There is an agreement, there is a usage agreement that can be amended if need be. At the end of the day, as it was so perfectly said, it is the same kids, okay? I understand the concerns, but in this instance, I strongly disagree with you, okay? This has been discussed ad nausea. Let's just get it done. Let's figure this out in a timely fashion. Let's not make this into June and July. I'm asking you, as a volunteer as well, please let's just get this done.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Anybody else from the public? Karen?
Christine.
Oh, Christine. My God, I'm so sorry. I gotta get this out of my mind. I have a client, Karen Schmidt, just so we're clear, so I keep calling Karen.
Christine Schmidt.
Christine.
26 Apple Grove Drive, mother of 3 boys here in town. April 30th of last year, I sent the 5 township committee members a letter, an email, I have it here, and it was titled, "A Glaring Need in Holmdel." I could send you the same exact email again. That email was after I had visited Jacskson Justice Field in Jackson, New Jersey for lacrosse. And it was just unbelievable how impressive this facility was with, I think I can read it here, but maybe 12 turf fields for all at the same time going on. Kids playing soccer, lacrosse, baseball, softball, top of the line facilities. And I ask that you all take a drive. If you're wondering how to get this done, because you all seem to want to get it done, take a drive to Jackson. I heard back from 2 committee men. I heard back from Mike Nicholas, and you said you were 100% behind getting something done in this town.
Yep.
And Dr. Pascucci, you wrote me back and said that we were going to be spending $3 million alone just last year in 2018. I don't see that has happened. Just last week or 2 weeks ago, again, a new facility that I came upon, Manalapan Rec Center. I was picturing just a tiny little rec center. To me is a small facility. This was just as big as Jacskson Justice, so impressive. I went for a run while my kids were playing lacrosse, and what impressed me the most was the ages of the people that were using this Manalapan Rec Center, from little kids to old men with huge bellies and gray hair. I couldn't believe it. And
I'm starting to resemble that. All right, thank you.
They were out playing basketball, having serious games, competitive games, pickup games. Why can't we get it done? There's so much room for improvement. Our teams are great. We need our facilities to be great.
Thank you, Christine. Anybody else from the public? See nobody else? Oh, Anthony?
Sorry, everybody said it already, but...
Go ahead, Ann.
Anthony Benario, 6th Community Court. everybody said it already, but I can't sit back there and not come up here. I'm not a public speaker, but I coach 10U, I coach 2 recreational softball teams and a T-ball team. And to have you guys sit here and kick this down the road is unbelievable. We've never had an issue with fields. We've never had an issue with gym time. We get Germanario, we get high school, we get gym time in the winter, never an issue. I understand you're really concerned, but this is unbelievable. And what everybody says in this town is actually true, is that be careful, it looks all good right now, but somebody's gonna do something to mess it all up. And that's what was done tonight. We needed one more vote to be able to get our girls to be able to have lights on this, in this town, like every other town around us, where, by the way, every other town around us is dying out in softball, but we're actually picking up in softball. But we can't do anything for them to be able to show them that we're behind them as well? Come on, this is crazy. So thank you very much for your vote.
May I just got to answer you. Like you said, there's always 1 in a million. I want to protect the kids. That's all I want.
We're telling you the kids
There
are
is no
protected.
problem.
That's why it works.
All right, Chris, listen, we're not going to open a debate. It's not going to be an open debate. It's not going to open a debate. Dr. Pascucci, want to respond?
I just want to protect the kids. You might not think it's
Okay,
needed. but
that's
I
fine.
do.
So he wants to protect the kids. Anthony, you want to respond?
No.
That's fine, okay.
What's the point?
What's the point? The kids.
No, what's the point of...
Yeah, I don't want to start a debate back and forth, guys, so he's left the mic, Doc.
Janet Easy, 7 Country Square Lane, Holmdel, New Jersey. First, I understand you all really do want what's best for the kids, and I'm sure you can all get it done in the next week or so, because it really is important. I had several children in the school system, and I was also a coach. I was also doing HYA and travel. And yes, just Jacskson Township, even back then, had beautiful fields. I just checked, Jacskson Township has 42,000 residents. Manalapan has 40,000 residents. We have 16,000 residents. So when I went there, and I thought it was great, it's a completely different animal than Holmdel. Now, I am for lights on the fields. I think that would be good for the girls. But I think you all do need to work together. And please try and be a little bit more transparent. As a taxpayer and a resident, I come to a lot of these meetings, and sometimes I'm scratching my head. So please try and work together this next week and get it done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else from the public? Nobody else? Don?
Donna Carinante, 13 Hayward Hills, Holmdel. A lot of was voiced, and Mr. Pascucci, I understand your concerns for the kids, but what is really going on here is definitely political posturing. And I just would like it to go on record that Mr. Nicholas, in a public conversation where we were, you had supported this budget in the past, and I was aware of that. But what was very upsetting to me was a comment that you made that you would obstruct anything that Mr. Hines brought to the committee to move forward. And when I said to you, even if it's what's best for Holmdel, you replied yes to me. And that, you talk about trust, not love. I don't trust you.
Thank you. Any other further comments from the audience? Seeing no other comments, motion to adjourn.
Well, only got one thing. The meeting of 4/16 advertised a public hearing tonight on the cap bank ordinance, which was on the agenda. I just reviewed everything. Looks like we introduced this ordinance twice, on the April the 9th and April the 16th.
No, April 9th, we didn't have a meeting
Right.
because we didn't have a quorum.
Okay.
So it was then introduced on the
Okay, then we
16th.
have to have a public hearing on that tonight.
Was it advertised for
It was
tonight?
advertised for tonight, yes. It was advertised on the, that meeting of 4/16.
Wendy, are we certain that it was advertised? It was, Bill, you're saying it was advertised for this evening?
Yes, the cap bank ordinance, it was advertised to be on tonight's meeting.
We're going to open a public hearing then on the cap bank ordinance.
That's standard.
Yeah. The cap bank ordinance is very standard, folks. It basically, Bill could speak to it further, but it basically allows you to, whatever you don't use under the cap, to move it forward.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it allows us to bring it up from the 2.5%, which is this year's cap, up to the 3.5%, which is the maximum by statute.
And the ordinance is the standard form produced by the Department of Community Affairs.
Public public comment? See no public comment, make a motion?
Motion. Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Bontempo?
Yes.
Mr. Vitale?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholas?
Yes.
Dr. Pascucci?
Yes.
Mayor Hines?
Yes. Motion to adjourn, all said, fine, good night.